Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a no communication message for those dealing specifically with cancers. If you are not in communication with a cancer right now, no talking, no texting, no Skyping, no letter writing, no nothing, this is the reading for you. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Flip out there. Emperor. Are you an emperor right now? Or is your cancer acting like an emperor? Very standoffish, kind of cold and detached. Kind of makes sense if you're not in communication with them. But anyway, guys, welcome to this video, to this reading. If you are a first-time viewer, thank you for stopping by. And of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button before you go. If you're a returning viewer, you kind of know this is something new from Jay. I was led to do this over the past week. I felt more and more like revved up and geared up to do a reading specifically for people that are not in communication with the sign that you see here on the table. So I rolled my zodiac dice today. I got 4 zodiacs, so I got Scorpio. I just finished Gemini. You, Cancer, are third, and then I'm gonna finish up tonight with Taurus. I don't know if I'm just gonna do it just the 4 of you guys, if I'm gonna get around to all the zodiacs, I'm not really sure. But as of today, where my inspiration just hit a breaking point, and I had to do this, here we are. All right, guys, so there will be a timestamp in the description box down below if you want to jump ahead. But what you will see is I'm going to lay out 3 cards from Cancer to you. What would Cancer say to you if lines of communication opened, if they felt inspired or brave enough or had the opportunity to speak to you? And then you're going to see 3 cards coming from you towards Cancer. What would you tell them if the lines of communication would be open? Because let's be honest, probably Cancers will be watching this video, same as Geminis and Scorpios, and Tauruses will watch their own videos. So if you were to talk to Cancer and express what you need to express to them, what would you tell them? And then there will be a shared energy in the center that I will explore from either side. So you're kind of getting like 3 to 4 messages, or at least 3 to 4 energy perspectives of the situation, okay? All right, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Do all that fun stuff YouTube allows you to do. And guys, if you do want a personal reading, all that information is down in the description box, okay? All right, let's get into it. I want to see 3 cards from Cancer. What would Cancer like to say to the viewer if there was communication right now? What are the messages coming from Cancer towards the viewer? Please show me 3 cards. Whoa. 1. Ah. Did that go like right underneath me? It did. Ugh. I must pause. 1 second. Okay, guys, I apologize about that. There you go. That's card number 1 from Cancer to you. And card number 2, second card from Cancer to the viewer. What would they like to say? Let me make sure that's upright. Yeah, this is upright. Okay. Card number 2. Yeah, oh, another one to the ground. Is your Cancer running away? Probably. Probably. All right, let's get these a little straightened out. And now we're going to get 3 cards from you to Cancer. What would you like to say to Cancer if the lines of communication were to open up, or if you had the gumption to speak, or the opportunity to speak? Let's say the opportunity, huh? 3 cards from the viewer to Cancer, please. You're a little more stoic, it feels like, whoever you are. Stop. No, don't. Oh, no. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. See? Yeah, if only I learned to be a little patient, huh? Second card, please, from the viewer to Cancer. Thank you. Oh, no. And the final card from the viewer to Cancer. You're going to have to go over there because I need the space. Thank you. Final card from the viewer to Cancer, please. There it goes. There's no bottom of the deck in this reading, guys. If I need to clarify, I will do so. And I keep using different cards of different sizes, so like my blocking that I normally do is like way off. But anyway, only your card came face down, viewer, and there it is. But we will start with Cancer's message to you. If Cancer could talk to you, what would they tell you? Well, in combination, they would tell you 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the Star card. Okay, that's what they would tell you in combination. If you are familiar with the cards, you can kind of combine that in your own way. But what I am getting is that this Cancer, ugh, listen, they would tell you miserly. Wow. Okay, some of them are miserly. Some of them are really stingy. Some of them are really guarded and protective of themselves. In case of Pentacles, of their possessions, of their money, of the things that they value in their life. They're really, really particular about it. They're really, really careful with it. They don't like things out of place. They don't like disturbances to their peace, disturbances to their stability, right? Fours can represent, or fours in terms of tarot represent stability and structures, or excuse me, stability and foundations. So they're very guarded about that. You know, Four of Pentacles isn't like this, but I'm feeling like someone is like really guarding their home, or like their family life, or family life. Sorry. But I'm feeling this person is like really guarded about their home, like their sanctuary, like it's a safe space for them. And so right now that factors into why they can't speak to you, because there's something going on with their possessions, with their money, with the things that they value that they have to pay attention to, or they have to keep guard of. And like, I really feel like, okay, this is the first time I'm holding up one of the Zodiac cards, or maybe it's not, but like, look at this Cancer and like those huge crab arms and whatever's there's like a big creature in the background that the Cancer is hiding from, or the crab creature is hiding from, right? So there's this guarded energy going on with this Cancer. They might be fighting something out with someone, or hiding out from someone or something, right? And they're really hunkered down in their safe spot. And what I was feeling, which is weird, but go with me because this is how I am. My clairvoyance is really strong. With this Four of Pentacles, what I was seeing was the gold of those pentacles essentially melting down and covering this guy and becoming the same texture that's there on the crab's claws, like that bumpy texture, which, and, you know, shaping to a claw, which all acts as a defense mechanism for the crab in real life, I assume. The spikes that come all over the crab, and, you know, and the claws, of course. So this person is putting up a defense. They're on the defensive, this Cancer. So they would tell you that part of the reason you guys are not talking is because they are on the defense, whether that is directly because of what's going on between you, if that's directly they are defending themselves from you, is yet to be seen, but it feels just in general, and it's fucking doubled down here with the Nine of Wands right next to it. Cancer is just in a fight for their lives, okay? Nine of Wands right next door, so you know, this is traditionally understood to be the Wounded Warrior card in the tarot. So some of them, maybe they've literally like just gotten out of a very volatile situation, or they're still entrenched in it, still going through a very trying moment in their lives. And so I feel they might have all their intention and attention put into making sure, like I said, with that Four of Pentacles, that their bottom line, or that their foundation doesn't get destroyed, doesn't get disturbed, doesn't get ruined. I feel they're very much involved in that, like that's in their head. That's all they're thinking about. So if they were to communicate anything to you, viewer, those who are not in communication with Cancer right now, they would let you know, I'm busy. I'm so focused on protecting myself, my family, my valuables, my possessions, my money, whatever. I'm very wrapped up in that. I don't know how it affects you, because so far this is feeling friends, maybe lovers, and maybe a bit family. But this is so insular, whatever Cancer is experiencing, that I don't even know who they're not communicating to. Maybe they're not communicating to anybody. Friends, family, lovers, anybody. Maybe this is so, if it's money or something to do with a home, they might, okay, and I don't remember who I had that reading for or when it was. It might have been at the end of September. It might have been during the October readings, but there was someone I read for. I'm not sure that it was Cancer, but there was someone I read for that there was a financial debacle unfolding that involved bills or rent or mortgages, and it was just like going to send that person and or their family almost to the poorhouse or to ruin or, you know, getting evicted, I think was it. I don't remember who it was. So maybe that energy is tied in here. Maybe you are that sign that I read that message for, and that could be what the Cancer is defending themselves from or something like that. But that's kind of what this is reminding me of, where because of something not going to plan, because of other things falling by the wayside, I now have to, you know, throw up my defenses and really put all my energy into making sure my foundations and my stability remain intact. Okay? Last part of the message from Cancer to you is the Star. Major Arcana for Aquarius. So you might be the Aquarius, there might be another Aquarius, but it's so general. It's a collective energy, guys. Who the hell knows if there's an Aquarius involved? And it's really not that important. It's really more about archetypally Aquarian things and or what we get from the card intuitively. So what I'm getting is the time to balance this out is so necessary. You know, this Star card is not traditionally linked directly to time. It's more abstractly about time because it involves healing and involves finding balance and involves finding calm and peace in your life. And who knows, finding peace and calm might take one person 2 days and it takes another person like 8 years. You know, it's all relative, right? But what I'm feeling here is what I just said. The time it will take to balance the situation out, to get things ironed out, to get things cleaned up, to get things settled and back to a peaceful place is very relative right now, or it's very up in the air. It's in development, right? So from their side of things, viewer, Cancer to you would say, whatever is going on is really, really, really pushing them to their limits. And a lot of their response, if I'm honest, because again, remember, I envisioned that these pentacles in this man's arms were melted down. They became a shield over his body. Then you have you have the wounded warrior here in his chainmail out on a battlefield. And then you have this time element or abstract of time, or this, you know, flexible time. Maybe it's 2 months, maybe it's 2 years, maybe it's 2 days, 2 hours. I don't know. And I don't know why I'm saying 2, because there's no 2 here, but whatever. So what I'm feeling is they would tell you, I'm basically in super Cancer mode where all I can do is hunker down, you know, defend my position. I'm not moving forward or backwards, anything. This person is stuck. Maybe that's what they would tell you. In totality, I'm stuck. In totality, I am preoccupied, tired also with that 9 of Wands. Most are probably very physically tired or spiritually tired with the wands there. And they would need maybe they know they need to get a better perspective, because that's also what the Star can represent, is they need a clearer, more not abstract, but widened perspective. Because right now, this 4 of Pentacles, this 9 of Wands is so laser focused on defend, defend, defend. Don't give up an inch. Don't move a muscle. Stand your ground. And the Star card usually encourages us to move beyond whatever we're fixated on, okay? So that's what they would express to you if they could. What would you tell to Cancer, or what would you say to Cancer if there was communication between you two? You would tell them Page of Pentacles. It'd be funny if, like, you literally walked up to Cancer and quote, Page of Pentacles, and walked away. That'd be funny. Anyway, Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You might be an Earth sign, but you don't have to be to resonate with the message. I think for you, some of you might want to tell Cancer, I can help you. You know, of all the pages, Page of Pentacles is probably the most helpful or the most willing to invest effort with another person. Or, tangible investments, meaning time, money, effort, things that we can see in the real world. Pentacles to Pentacles, you start with Page of Pentacles, they started with 4 of Pentacles. So if you see that your Cancer friend, maybe partner or ex or something like that is in a financial bind, you might say, hey, I can loan you a little bit of money. or, you know, maybe, you know, they're in crisis in terms of they need, maybe they need to go somewhere. I'm not seeing a lot of, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why they feel stuck, because maybe they need to travel, but they have no way of traveling. Like maybe they don't have airfare or car fare or something like that. And maybe you're like, I can give you a ride. And they're like, you know, wherever they have to go is like, you know, 100 miles away. And you're like, it's cool, I got you. So I feel that you're in a position to say to Cancer, I want to help you. I want to offer you something. I want to extend a helpful hand towards you. And the caveat here is all the pages, not just you, viewer, in this very moment, but all pages carry with them a certain level of naive energy, okay? Overextension, hopefulness, and being optimistic, okay? So you optimistically, you very earnestly, because the pages are usually, the Page of Pentacles is very honest, you truthfully want to be someone who can stand by their side and offer them whatever they need. But, you know, this is about not being in communication. So for whatever reason, that offer, that potential offer of help and support is going nowhere. And maybe you just wish for that. Like maybe you don't actually have a way to get this person to their destination. You don't have the extra 100,000, not 100,000, but 100 or 1,000 or however much money that the Cancer might need. You don't have it in your own bank. But the pages, again, very naive, sometimes dreamer energy, especially if it was the Page of Cups. They don't necessarily always have the proper means or ability to do what they set out to do. They are learning to do it. They are at the starting points of doing it. So, you know, maybe it's not $100 you can give them, but maybe you can give them like $20, something like that. It's a chance, but it's kind of either inadequate or young or immature. It's not fully able to hit the mark. Okay. The second thing that you would tell Cancer if you guys were talking is the Five of Cups. So either in this situation that you share with them, and I'm not sensing actually in this reading, and this is the third one I'm doing, for those that are dealing with Cancer, I'm not feeling like a super overlap. Like I'm not feeling family. I'm not really feeling lovers at all. If anything, maybe for a few of you, you know your story better than I do. What I really feel is like friends or like even acquaintances. Like maybe you're not talking simply because you don't know each other that well. Like maybe you've never had regular communication. And so it might be awkward for you guys to reach out to Cancer, for Cancer to reach out to you. It's like, well, you're friends with my friend. So it's like, it's like embarrassing maybe, or, you know, like I said, awkward. Now on your end towards Cancer, you might share with them, you know, I know what you're going through. I know what the struggle is. Either you feel the same struggle, meaning you are in a shared bigger experience that involves some type of lack. And on your end, it's more emotional. I feel for the Cancer's end, it's more like physical needs, like home, money, home and money. Their home and their money is being disturbed, or their safety, or their physical body. And your issue is more of an emotional lack or an emotional loss, or just feeling emotionally distraught because you have the Five of Cups. Yeah. Now, traditionally the Five of Cups, people would talk about, oh, the Two Cups behind, and it's like a silver lining. I'm not here to deject that or reject that completely, but I don't think that's the purpose of what you would want to tell to to Cancer. What you would want to tell them. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Because I really don't feel that Two of Cups has much to play in here. I'm really like drawn to focus on this guy being on his knees, looking like he's sad and sappy and sorry, and then looking down at these three spilled cups. So I'm feeling like from you to Cancer, I think that you might be having an either empathetic or sympathetic view of what's going on with them, or what goes on between the pair of you in a bigger context. In that sense, maybe we're talking family or extended family. So like this could be an aunt and a cousin. This could be a grandparent and a grandchild, something like that, where it's not brother, sister, mother, daughter, you know, father, son. I'm not I don't feel it's that close. I feel if it is family, it's a little more extended, okay? And there's something, if it is you guys are sharing a woeful situation together, your experiences are very different. Cancer has a whole different type of drama involved than you do, viewer. So you feel their pain. Maybe that's what the Five of Cups is. I feel your pain. Like I said, I sympathize or I empathize with what is going on with you, Cancer, and that could be why you want to reach out a helping hand, no matter how naive or immature or lacking, inadequate, maybe just not enough. Different way of saying inadequate, just not enough. If you know, like, Cancer is about to lose their house, or you know Cancer is about to, be put out on the street, you might want to help them, but you don't have the money to give them. You don't have a place to offer them. There's no couch that they can crash on. So you might feel sorry for that. Okay? The last part of your message to Cancer would be the King of Swords in reverse. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there might be an air sign involved, but general collective reading, it does not matter. So you would say to them, I think you would say, it feels like, because the King of Swords would articulate a logical argument. When he's in reverse, whatever advice, support, condolences that you would want to give towards Cancer, if you could communicate with them, I feel that you feel it would be ineffective. Because the King of Swords in reverse is like he's lost his confidence. He doesn't feel as assured with his message. He becomes an insecure communicator. He becomes very flummoxed, easily confused, or confused by his own thoughts, not able to really make heads or tails of a situation. So basically feeling like anything I say or do towards Cancer, this is you would feel it's not enough. You would feel maybe perhaps you would overstep, or nobody would hear you, because that's the other thing that the King of Swords in reverse could represent, is not having effective speech. Even if you wrote a letter, or you came to Cancer's defense, or you spoke up in court, even something like that, you feel, or maybe you're telling, if you could, you would tell Cancer this: I submitted a letter of reference, or I went down to the leasing office, or I went down to whomever, a person of power, and I pled, I stepped up in your behalf, and I defended you, but it fell on deaf ears. So I think you might tell Cancer that sort of whatever has fallen in this situation, or has crumbled, or has become, like, again, with this Cancer card, look at that big looming figure. It's almost like that fucking thing out of Stranger Things, from the underworld, or what's that world? I forget what that world is called on that show. But it's like that big tentacled freaking monster in the sky. That's what's looming over Cancer's shoulder. And you have tried, or you would be willing to try to help Cancer combat that big creepy monster, but it's not happening. All right, so the collective energy in the center, how am I going to read this? I read this from them to you and you to them, okay? In combination. So going from them, the Star, to the King of Swords, I think that they would tell you that there has been, they made some messed up mistake. They have a perspective now with the Star card looking towards the King of Swords, knowing that they may have talked themselves into a bad situation, or they may have overstepped a boundary, they may have violated a contract, or violated some type of parole, maybe, something like that, and they know they messed up. They know from where they are standing now, because again, Star is about wider perspective, a wider horizon, okay? They can see that, I overstepped, or I missed the mark, or in some cases, potentially, They may have abused power, or they may have exceeded the limits of something. And now they have to essentially suffer the consequences. And that would be a reason why you guys aren't communicating, is that they realize they fucked up, basically. Okay? That's kind of simple. Anything else? And they realize, you know, in time, again, this particular star card today is hitting me with a time factor. They know that through time, healing will be brought to them, to the situation, to maybe you guys being able to communicate again or mend fences or whatever it is. But the time for it is not now, because the King of Swords, from their perspective, is a barrier. This poor communication, this poor decision making is a barrier. So I feel whatever has happened recently, it feels pretty recent. Over the past few months, maybe at the most. Beyond year, nothing more than, I'd say, a year ago, okay? But that King of Swords in reverse, that whatever they did, whatever they said, whatever transpired, has really thrown everything in their life off track, okay? You to them, King of Swords in reverse to the Star card, what would you tell them in combination with this shared energy? You would tell them, that you'll be looking out for it. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. I'm sorry, they threw that in my head and I'm like, what? You'll be looking out for it. For what? Change. Okay. So you might be monitoring the situation. Like, I don't know what this is, but whatever, again, has transpired, what has fallen to pieces between the two of you, or in the larger group of a family or friends circle or whatever it is, you would be trying your best to observe when is a good time, or when is a good, like, it feels like you want to continue to fight the good fight. King of Swords to the Star. You want to find a way to fix the problem. And so your previous approach of talking and trying to argue a case, plead a case, you know, give a recommendation, give good reference, you know, throw money at the situation, all that stuff that you've done already hasn't worked. So you kind of have to shut up. No offense, with the King of Swords in reverse. You kind of have to keep your mouth quiet and wait for a certain opportunity or a certain stroke of luck. Well, not luck, but like a sweet spot. Yeah? When things have settled down, maybe then you'll try again to help them in this situation. All right, let's see if I need to clarify anything. I feel pretty solid about what Cancer's going through, and I kind of feel solid about what you're going through or what you're saying to them. Maybe the King of Swords in reverse. I've clarified for the other two. Let's see. I want to make sure, because he's been the most like energy for me. Everything else was kind of clear. Give me clarification on the King of Swords in reverse. Why is the King of Swords? Ay, Dios mío. Why is the King of Swords in reverse here? Please show me clarification on the King of Swords. Oh, two at once. Perfect. Oh, Nine of Cups in the World. Nine of Cups in the World. Nine of Cups in the World. So, this is from you to them, right? Primarily, because it's on your line. So, dreams coming true with the Nine of Cups, and then the World card, major arcana for the fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Also Capricorn, since it's Saturn ruled. Again, that's all immaterial, really. It's only there if you want to hear it. I think you... Okay. For you, viewer, I think that King of Swords... I feel you just had this notion that whatever you said or did, or whatever you could say or do now towards Cancer would change the whole dynamic. Okay, duh. Because this is about not communicating. So, originally, whatever I said, but I'm also getting now that King of Swords might be in the reverse because you have been prevented from speaking. You have been prevented from sharing knowledge that you might have, like, whether that be in like strict legal terms or strict legal endeavors or entanglements or not. I feel that maybe some of you have your hands tied or have your mouth taped more effectively, more, critical to the message. And so your inability to speak clearly or directly to Cancer is preventing some type of happy conclusion or happy circumstances to unfold, to break free into the world. I think that's kind of what's another part of why that King of Swords could be here. Yes, they want me to leave it there. Okay. Let's see if you guys are getting an oracle card. All the others did. So let's see. Will there be an oracle for those dealing with cancers? No communication with Cancer. Will you guys get an oracle? I think you will. Which one? Okay. One more time, please. Yes, okay. Thank you. It's going to be the Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Don't ever use oracles on my generals, so this is so special, this type of reading. Let's see an oracle card. Particularly, I want to see, because I think, viewer, you kind of know through and through what you would want to say to Cancer or in Cancer's defense. And really, all Cancer really has said in this reading is, I'm busy, I'm focused on keeping my foundation steady and secure and not seeing my life fall to pieces. So I specifically want to see an oracle card from Cancer to the viewer, expanding on this message, please. Expanding on the energies between them. Specifically, oracle from Cancer to the viewer. Thank you. All right, let's see what we get, guys. Cancer to the viewer. What do they want to say? No, not yet. These big cards, they always take forever. Yeah, good. Health. Interesting. Let's see what it means. Damn it. Card 30. Health. Mother Earth, sweet. Mother Earth, bright. Bring me your health and might. Oh, I'm getting something already. What card was that? 30? I'll go back to it once I'm done reading it. Alright guys, here we go. Health is always desirable, and when we have experienced that glow of true health, we have often just experienced it as a natural state of being. It is its absence that most often teaches us just what health is. This spell will help you to bring good health to yourself, and if someone you care for is ill, you may also cast this spell on their behalf. If you were chosen by this spell, you are being gently reminded that you can help yourself or a person you feel concern for. Please put any fear you feel aside and cast yourself or on behalf of the... What? Oh, let me start that sentence again. Please put any fear you feel aside and cast for yourself or on behalf of this other person. It is always best to seek their consent first, however. If this is not possible, you may simply work this energetic magic on their behalf, asking for the highest good of all concerned. If you chose this spell, you may already know that help is available, so choose to cast it with an open heart and mind, and be amazed at the health and vitality this magic will bring. The universe loves you and is wishing you wishes you support, so allow it to bring healthy energy to you and those you care about through this beautiful spell. Now in this book, they do like a lot of spells and stuff. If you want it, that's the deck. That's the book. I don't read the spells on camera because, you know, that doesn't, no. If you want the spell, you can read it yourself or do it yourself. But that, when I first saw it, I was like, health, what the hell? But I get it now. Again, pentacles are about things that we value. Money, possessions, our home, right? And remember I said these golden pentacles melted over this guy's body and he was protecting himself. You've got this cancer, the cancer that you're dealing with, hunkered down in this position of defense and hiding. And then you offering something of value to someone who is in need of something. With health, maybe this whole time, and you will have known if you've watched up until this point, this might be a Cancer who is struggling with a physical illness. Maybe it's terminal. You know? Maybe they can't speak to you because they are in a state of unconsciousness. Okay? And the star is about healing. So this person might, if they had a chance to talk to you, they would say they're holding on. They're trying to fortify themselves, their body, their mind, their spirit. They're trying to stay strong. It's trying to hold in. I said that, like defend their position, hold their ground. And the star would speak to healing. Needing great care, medicine, you know, to be put on whatever healing program is available. And then you would want to offer them something of physical health. Like I'm not saying this is going to happen in all your cases, but maybe this is you like offering a vital organ. I've got 2 kidneys. Take one of mine. You know? If you know, something like that. And then you, 5 of Cups, worrying and in this position, look again, praying. All right, sorry guys, I apologize about that. Just to quickly finish up here. And so your King of Swords might be in reverse because there is just, you have no physical capabilities to talk to Cancer because maybe they're incapacitated in some type of way, or maybe, you know, their illness, you know, takes them in and out of consciousness or in and out of some type of, you know, clear-mindedness, or maybe, you know, it could just be down to like visitation hours and like you work a certain shift and the hospital doesn't allow visitations after 8 p.m., something like that. So this is very sensitive, way different than the previous 2. So I'm not going to ramble on because, you know, these are meant to be kind of compact. But, you know, guys, I tend to talk a lot. So it's part of my natural gift. Anyway, guys, if this resonated with you, or if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Leave comments down below letting me know how this played out in your life or what's going on. If you care to share those details, I would absolutely adore reading those messages. And because, you know, I do this not just for my sake, but for other people. So also make sure you share the video and subscribe to the channel. Doing this type of reading, you know, for those who are not in communication with Cancer, I don't know if and when I would do them again. But if I do, I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, I really do appreciate you all taking your time to watch this video today. Take care. Bye.